Think he personally puts them over there, or he's got an assistant to do it?
I think he does it himself. I think he's that kind of hands-on GM.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd get an assistant to do it. Intern, I got a job for you.
I'm Nerdarchy Ted.
I'm Nerdarchy Steve. Welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds, by nerds. All right, so what are we talking about today, Ted?
So today we're going to do another deep dive into D&D Beyond Homebrew magic items, and we're going to talk about Wondrous items today.
We're going to talk about Wondrous items, and also there is a article over on the website, which is a factor of 3, just like the spells we do. And basically, Doug writes up an article and does a top 10 list and does it from 3 different angles. We're just going to do one. We're going to go for what we believe to be the most popular magic items, or at least the ones people are looking at the most.
The most viewed.
The most viewed. So we're going to do that. We'll go through the top 10 list, and then we'll each kind of pick one out to talk about. But also, one of the things we noticed right away, 2 of the magic items on this list were actually from Matt Mercer.
Yeah, so a couple items that we think people really gravitated towards, because I think at least one of them, if not both of them, were from the Critical Role campaigns. So it was kind of cool to see them in there. But because they've already got the flash and the pizzazz of Matt Mercer, well, we went in another direction. So we'll kind of give them as an honorable mention.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there was another thing we did, and we had noticed that it was on D&D Beyond, and I kind of remarked that I was surprised, and they were like, "You don't think Matt Mercer makes things?" I'm like, "Of course he makes things. I'm not a total idiot, but I'm surprised that he took the time to put them over on D&D Beyond in the homebrew section."
Right. I mean, it's a way for him to be able to put the item in that he create, and then have his players be able to add it to the campaign.
Do you think he personally puts them over there, or he's got an assistant to do it?
I think he does it himself. I think he's that kind of hands-on GM.
Yeah, if I was him, I'd get an assistant to do it. Intern, I got a job for you.
If only.
If only. All right, so we're going to go. I'm going to pull up the list on D&D Beyond here for the top 10, and I will use my device to do such. We have the Boots of Vigilant, and that is one of the Matt Mercer items. Bag of Wondrous Randomization, Mask of Many Faces, Fine Mustache, Belt of Returning, Flask of Perpetual Booze, that is the other Matt Mercer item. Magic Marker, Rock of Improbable Events, Stone of Sending, and a Lodestone. If you want a bonus, number 11 is a box of Fey chocolates. It did not make the list, but I'm like, I gotta mention the box of Fey chocolates.
Yeah, I like that one as well, and was quite sad that was number 11. But since we're talking about D&D Beyond Homebrew, I think it's only fair to mention that this video is sponsored by D&D Beyond.
And not only that, we're going to put a link down in the description to all the homebrew items so you can check them out for yourself if you want. I'm pretty sure it's free to do such. You just need a free account, and you can go over and check out the homebrew.
Absolutely. All right, so the number of items in that top 10, they were pretty awesome. It was pretty hard to find which ones I wanted to talk about. The Rock of Improbable Events is listed as an artifact, but it doesn't do a whole lot, and I really wanted to go in that direction until I read The Fine Mustache. And this is by Douchebag. It's a Wondrous item, and it's uncommon. A glorious fake mustache that sticks to your upper lip. The mustache compels people to compliment on its quality. But it's cursed. Whenever someone compliments the mustache, it falls off your lip.
I hate when that happens. I don't know if the item is the best part of this magic item, or if it is the username.
Well, Douchebag is kind of definitely jumps out at you. But you know what? I laughed out loud when I read this one, because we have all of the Beardomantic type stuff over on the website, in our products. I felt this one absolutely spoke to me as, a lover of all of our, Beardomantic items, and it fit in so well. I am fairly certain at some point in time, even if I don't put the item in the game for the players to get, it's going to happen where, they're going to walk by somebody and, they're going to have to make a wisdom save as to whether or not they're going to pay a compliment to this person's mustache, and then watch it fall off the lip.
Yeah, so do you think it should be a uncommon item or just a common?
I'm happy with a common, because it doesn't actually provide any magical...
Well, it is uncommon.
Oh, does it? All right, well then it absolutely should be a common.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a date there, but of the 2018.
So that might have been before, common items were, well, shall we say common.
Right.
But I would totally make that be a common thing just because it doesn't provide any benefit, which to me, that falls under the common stuff.
I mean, humor is not humor a benefit.
Well,
I went with an item from Joe Ban, which is the Belt of Returning, which is a very rare Wondrous item that does require attunement. Finely crafted dark leather belt with 3 loops, each decorated with a shard of sapphire. The magic of the belt leaves an invisible mark on the surface of the weapon stowed in each loop and invisibly inscribes the name of the item in this sapphire shard. 3 one-handed weapons with the thrown property can be attuned to the belt. When a weapon from the belt is thrown at an object or a creature, hit or miss, the weapon will return to the belt at the end of your turn.
so I think this is very reminiscent of the Vaxil Don's, I don't know if it was a belt or a sheath, but he had 3 magical daggers that he would use over the course of campaign 1. So to me, that is what sparks this memory. It's obviously made enough twists and change to be something different. And I don't remember exactly how Vax's stuff worked, but I do remember that dagger, dagger, dagger was, Vax's, catchphrase, and the things did return to him at the end of the round. So
Right. I thought, I'm not a critter, so I really haven't watched this stuff, but I, for some reason, thought it was a dagger that just kind of returned.
now he had 3 different daggers because you could actually get the replica daggers during the Kickstarter. I don't remember much more beyond those specifics because it's been a while, and they surprisingly didn't talk about it during the animated show. Like, let's get into the item things.
Yeah.
But it was definitely something that's there. So to me, that sparks memory of that, even if it's not an exact replica.
Huh. That's kind of funny. But the thing about this list that kind of struck me the most is the list seems. It was like a kind of a silly list, a lot of silly items on there, but silly serious at the same time, things that you would definitely put in your game, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
And I actually went with one of the more serious items, if you're someone who uses thrown items, super useful for them to come back to you, because one, you can only carry so many. Things with a thrown property tend to be a little bit heavier, so especially if it's not just a dagger, right? A bunch of light hammers that you use to throw is going to start weighing you down.
And to just have them come back, even if they're non-magical, means that you have the ability to continue your, ranged assault without having to go and retrieve them. Or if you're a rogue, you don't actually have to get up in their face to stab. You can toss and have it come back to you. So all those kind of things are great. The ridiculous and yet serious items within there. I want to spend a little bit more time, possibly going further down the list and find maybe some, serious nuggets of wisdom. Maybe I'll do my own take on, this list over on the website, but who knows? I love magic items, always have, always will.
Heck, we even did a Kickstarter about them not that long ago.
Not that long
so
ago.
let us know what you think down in the comments. Have you made any magic items that you put over on the D&D Homebrew? Share them with the Nerdarchy community in the comments.
While you're down there, don't forget to do all those fun things like share, subscribe. Even go ahead and click on that notification bell. You know the drill.
Quick reminder, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we drop new videos here on the channel, so come on back. But you can't wait till then. No worries, we got you covered. You can head over to this card here or down in the description, and you can find a link to D&D magic item or plot device, the Mage Forge. It's actually another magic item that we did homebrew over on D&D Beyond, and you can find a link to it up here.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.